Hello everyone. In this section of our video, we'll discuss about the fixed capital and working capital. For operating any business activity, it is very important to have fixed as well as working capital. So fixed capital is also known as block capital because it requires a huge amount as investment opportunity. The decision of fixed capital is also known as capital budgeting decision. So, whenever a firm incur its money on long-term investment or whenever a huge amount of money is involved in any kind of investment, it is known as fixed capital. So, fixed capital has been affected by various factors such as nature of business. If a firm is a trading firm, they will require more and more of fixed capital. Why? Because they need more money, they need more machinery for the transmission of goods and services. Then, size of a firm. If a business is operating at a large scale, they require more and more of fixed capital. But if they have operated in the less scale, their scale of operation is small, obviously they'll be requiring less of fixed capital. Then the next is working capital. As I have told you that fixed capital is a huge amount involvement. It has a huge amount of involvement, but not every time in the business the more and more money is required. But for the day-to-day operation, for the routine operation, also the money is required. So the money which is required for day-to-day activity or for the short-term investment, those are known as working capital. So working capital refers to, or it includes cash, raw materials, inventories, receivables, work in process, etc. Now, there is a formula of working capital. So, net working capital is equals to current assets minus current liabilities. Current assets refers to all those assets which can be converted into cash within 1 year. This is known as current asset. As well as the current liabilities are those liabilities which have to be paid off within 1 year. So I hope you all have a clear-cut understanding of current assets and current liabilities. So if you'll just subtract the current assets from the current liability, the remaining amount you will get is the net working capital. Now, there are further two types of working capital, that is permanent working capital as well as temporary working capital. Now, again, this is very important topic to know that the importance of working capital. What is the importance of working capital in any firm? So the timely payment of dues. If a firm has an appropriate amount of working capital, they will be not overburdened. They will be not over liability. They don't have the much liabilities because they will be paying off. They have more cash. They will be pay off their debts. Then the next is smooth working of business. Obviously, if a firm has enough cash amount, they'll run the business activity very properly. Then high credit worthiness. Obviously, if a firm has good working capital, they will they will prove a more credit worthy firm. Now, the very important, the factors affecting working capital. There are several factors which also affects a working capital, like a size of a firm. Obviously, if a firm is operating at a large scale, they need more cash, they need more inventory, they need more receivables. That means they need more working capital. Now, manufacturing cycle. Manufacturing cycle refers to the production process, how long the production process take place. If a production cycle of a firm is bigger, obviously they need more cash. That means they need more working capital as well as the raw material and other types of current assets and current liabilities. Meanwhile, if they have the less production cycle, they require less working capital. Now then, the next is terms of purchase and sale. There are lots of firms who provide the easy monthly installments like EMIs. So if such practice is done by the business enterprises, they must need more and more of working capital, because the part amount of cash which they have to receive, they have not received just by adopting the new policies or strategy to attract the customers. Just like I have quoted you the example of EMIs. So this is very simple concept, that if a firm is giving more and more benefit to the customer, obviously they need more and more working capital or the cash in their hand. Now, what is the difference between working capital and fixed capital? Let us deal with. If we talk about the meaning of the concept, fixed capital is the investment in fixed capital, whereas working capital is the investment in current assets. Then, about the time span, fixed capital is of larger period, whereas the working capital is for the smaller period. And then about the sources. What are the sources or what are the finances from where you can acquire fixed capital and from where you can acquire the working capital? So, for the fixed capital, a company may issue share, debenture, bonds or rely on any long-term loans. But for the working capital, it must be taken, or it must be followed up by the public deposit, trade credit or the short-term loans by the commercial banks. So, I hope you like this video, and if you have any question, do write on the comment box. Thank you.